have no fear fainting in a gym.
Alright, welcome to Confidential Cinema, and as you can see, we have 2 beards on camera and 1 no beard, so just get that out of the way. It's gross. I'm trying to show off my double chin. With that being said, I am Henry Confidential, this is Confidential Cinema, and we have another match for you guys. Today's a fun one because I have a good buddy of mine, Zack. He just got done doing the Iron Man match. If you haven't checked out that match with him, myself, and Jake Marangoni, it's on the channel. It's right in the similar areas, wherever you're watching, however you, it's on the screen. So check that out. So he's either going to be really fresh up there or he's going to be really drained. So good luck to him in this one. But his opponent is going to be Matt Queller. He was one of the writers on that Iron Man match, so I think that they are going to have an interesting relationship here because Zack might really hate Matt. And we're also going to see something familiar in our round 1 category. Before we get into that, Zack, are you nervous going into this? Because you lost your very first match, but we have a different format as we all saw in the round 3 from the last match with Caleb versus Ryan. Are you nervous going into the new format once again, or you feel a little more comfortable now?
I feel like that's a question that doesn't need to be asked because I just live nervous. You can just ask me any second of any day. I'm like, yeah, I'm probably pretty nervous. And then add on that you wrote the questions, that adds almost a fear.
Yes, that is true. Matt.
Me and you are both each other's complete arch nemesis as far as question writing goes.
Yeah, so maybe we would be good teams, but that'll never happen because Jake's my buddy and we're still figuring out for you. But with that being said, Matt, are you as nervous as he is, or are you a little more chill, calm, cool, collected?
Well, you know, I think my first match with Ryan, I think it was the coin toss in round 3 that kind of messed me up. So, of course, on the other hand, Zack knows his stuff. So, I mean, either way, this is going to be a good match, I think.
That's what I'm talking about. It's going to be an entertaining one. And speaking of entertaining, let's go ahead and just get it right kicking off. So, since Zack's a buddy of mine, I'm going to give him A, and Matt, you are going to be B. We cool?
Sounds good?
You guys remember the rules? Wait to be called on. What year saw the release of The First Purge? The movie called The First Purge.
Oh, A. 2018.
That is correct. 1 point.
I thought you were talking about the first.
I was confused the first 2. I was thinking the first.
I was like, I thought it would be obvious, but then I saw both your faces like, oh no. Then I'm like, okay, let me clarify. All right, with that being said, Zack, you're up 1-0, and you'll have the opportunity to go first or second if you guys aren't tied after, or if you are tied in round 1 after round 1. So with that being said, we all know how round 1 goes. They each pick their categories. Zack, no surprise here, but let us know what your category was.
My category is the Muppets. My spirit animal.
Exactly. And Matt, so tell us why this one's funny, and also why you picked this one.
Well, like you said, I did write some questions for the Iron Man match, and one of the questions that I asked did get quite the reaction from all of you guys, which was the release date for Ernest Scared Stupid. So I figured that why not embrace that trend and let's do a whole Ernest category in round 1.
Yep. And with that, just to be clear, that is all theatrically released Ernest, because that's even going to come to play in one of the questions, so just throwing it out right there to avoid confusion. And I want to give a quick shout out to Linus Babcock, because he actually wrote the Muppets questions for today. So they're either going to be really hard or really easy and something you might have heard before. So that's going to be interesting, because I just knew I wasn't going to do well, so I let him do that. So we'll see how that goes. So are we ready?
There you go.
All right, first question is going to be in Muppets. Where does Gonzo work at in the beginning of 2011's The Muppets? Once again, I have never seen a Muppets movie, and I don't even know if I've seen an Ernest movie. Growing up, it's all a blur. Drank a lot of chocolate milk growing up. 5, 4, 3, 2. I gotta appreciate Matt's writing in camera, but also awkwardly. It's hilarious. All right, it's Zack's category. You go first.
The Toilet Factory?
All right, and Matt?
I have a toilet company.
I'll accept both. The point was toilet because it's funny because we like poop. All right. Oh.
I don't like that Matt got this right.
The actual answer that I was provided is toilet shop. So I think neither of you did. So I think I will accept both.
They were in a warehouse. That's all I'm saying. They were in a warehouse.
I was given shop, and that's what happens when you let people write for you. Second
Linus
question.
knows nothing about Muppets. That's just the truth.
Apparently. He said he can write them in his sleep, so comment below if you think that was a lie. Second question. What is the name of the actor who plays Ernest? Let's ease it in there. And
Thank you for that one.
No, that was not a sexual innuendo with the ease it in there part. 5,
Ease it.
4, 3, wait at my chin, 2, and a 1. Matt, what do you got?
Jim Varney, rest in peace.
And Zach.
Jim Varney.
I honestly just wanted to test to see if Zach did any studying with this, and that would have been the first one.
I might have been able to get that without studying.
I imagine Zach was up watching Ernest movies last night.
That's probably why he looks miserable. Your next question. Back over to Muppets.
I lost my hair from that.
This is true. That's not the only thing. What is the only Muppets film to feature Muppets Tonight Muppet Clifford? So if I have to guess, the question is, what is the only Muppet movie to feature the Muppet Clifford? If I had to guess what that question means. And I'm hoping, fact check, that's right. 5, 4, 3, 2.
Repeat that.
All right. What is the only movie to, and he wasted enough time. All right, let's go ahead and go over to Zach.
And Muppets from Space.
And Matt.
Yeah, the Muppets Take Manhattan.
It is Muppets from Space. 2-point lead for Zach.
Time period. I was a huge Muppets Tonight fan.
Next question, back over to Ernest. How many full feature, this is where that comes into play, Ernest movies are there? No TV movies, and no movies under an hour. I did my research, and there's a few that are under an hour, so we're looking full
we
feature.
counting straight the DVD?
I looked at it over an hour, not considered a TV movie, so probably.
Hey, I'm writing 2 answers. I know both, but I'm gonna tell you. Just to.
Okay. When I did as much research as I can do for Ernest. Any movie that was in the hour and a half range.
Yeah.
That said Ernest in the title. That's also important. 5.
Yeah.
4, 3, 2, 1. Let's see if Matt gets mad.
I put 5 theatrical release, 8 total.
All right. And Zach.
5 theatrical release, 9 total. 4 on DVD.
It is actually 9, and I'll fact check. We have Goes to Camp, Saves Christmas, Goes to Jail, Scared Stupid, Rides Again, Goes to School, Slam Dunk, Goes to Africa, and In the Army.
Oh, Africa.
Someone study, Joe.
This is true. So yes, I guess straight to DVD was part of the question. So I'm glad at least we got that clarified on both ends. All right, back over to Muppets. What is the name of the frog lathe company in the Muppet movie?
Oh my gosh, I just know the guy's name.
Yeah, I know the guy's name.
Well, since I didn't write the question, I don't know. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I can just give you what I was given. All right, Zach, what do you got?
I wrote Doc Hopper's Frog Legs.
And Matt?
I wrote the same thing, Doc Hopper's Frog Legs.
And that is exactly what I have written down, so it looks like that is the right answer. Hey, when you got somebody who actually claims that he loves Muppets, you don't fact check them, so you're just hoping for the best. Next question, with the score currently 6-3 in Zach's favor. What type of creature does Ernest unleash in Ernest Scared Stupid?
I'm really proud of myself right now.
Zach did a lot of studying, so I'm glad that behind the scenes I gave him some news about this match, so I think he's not as upset as he might have been coming into it.
I spent a half hour extra just sitting on the toilet in the gym studying Ernest movies.
5, 4, and that's why this match is recorded a little late. 3, 2, 1. Matt, what do you got?
A demonic troll.
And Zach.
I wrote Troll.
I was just looking for Troll, so yes, both of you are right. 7-4. Next question. Fozzie, Kermit, and Gonzo ride in what throughout the credits of The Great Muppet Caper? I don't know if they're opening or closing credits, so if there's multiple answers, write them both, and I'll let you know if one of them is what I got. tried to research if it was opening or closing, and I couldn't get it. So just hoping for the best. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, Zach, what do you got?
You remember, I wrote a double-tiered bus, like a tourism bus.
All right, and Matt?
I said parachute.
I was given hot air balloon.
Okay. Yeah, that's correct.
Cool. So I'm not scared. Didn't get yelled at. Don't have to edit it out like I did against Jacob versus Lucas. A lot of those questions he yelled at me for.
Mine was against.
Your next question. What does Ernest try to do to save Christmas? I want the general answer of why he needs to save Christmas. So, get to the point and we'll decide if I'll accept it or not. But what I researched, there was a specific answer, so hopefully we can get that going. And just a shout out, if you have weird stuff like this, I'm not going to be able to watch the movie, so I have to do my best in writing these questions. 5, 4, 3, gotta love Matt's angle. 2, and 1. All right, Matt, yours. Let's see if you can get the general gist.
Help Santa find the replacement Santa.
And Zach?
I was more specific. At some point, he has to help break Santa out of jail.
It is to find a replacement Santa, so that's the one I was looking for. So Matt gets a...
Mine was specific.
Yeah, too specific. Like I said, general answer. All right, so Matt, only down 2 now, which are final Muppet question. Why was Piggy in Paris in 2011's The Muppets? Specifically on this one. I could give a reason why I need specifics, but I think it would be a clue, and given that I haven't seen it, I can't do that. So I'm just risking that you understand what I mean. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, Zach.
She worked for a fashion magazine.
All right, and Matt?
Working for a fashion magazine.
I don't accept it. Editor-in-chief for Vogue, Paris, but yes. Since you wrote the same exact thing, I'll accept it. 8-6, going into your final question in round 1, which solidifies that Zach will be fine going into round 2, and also proves that the face-off is very important. Final question. Of the 9, as we established earlier, Ernest films, how many of them were directed by John R. Cherry III?
I'm not. I have something popped up on my computer. That's why my hand's on. But I'm done.
Okay, it's fine. Understand stuff happens.
Yeah.
Five, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Matt, can you confidently say your answer?
All of them.
All right. And Zach.
I said 8.
It was 8. All of them except for Goes to School. Holy crap. This might be a confidential cinema trivia first. I think Zach did better than Matt in his own category.
That's what you get.
All right, let me rephrase. I'm pretty sure Cody did better than me in A24, but that was mainly guesses. Zach actually studied. Zach actually studied here, so I think he actually confidently got those right. But with that being said, Zach is in the lead going into round 2, and we know how that's going to go. Zach, do you want to go first or second?
Yeah, I want to go first.
All right, he's going to go first. I'm going to grab the wheel, and we all know 3 spins. And luckily for me, it's all there, so it's just going to be 3 straight-up spins. First one.
I'm like, keep myself at the wheel.
Exactly. Billy Wilder. Romantic duos. So that's an actor-actor question for specifically romance movies. And your final one? Went the other way on this one. Still trying to figure out how I want to properly hold this as I do this. John Carpenter.
So, Billy Wilder would be the most fun, but you get too plot specific, and I'm going to mess it up. So I'm going to go with romantic duos.
Romantic duos. Best bet for Zach style. As we know, multiple choices available, and Matt, listen up, because you will potentially be able to steal, because this is a potentially vague category, so we'll see how it goes. All right, first question. Who plays the two leads in Call Me By Your Name?
Timothy Chalamet and Armie Hammer.
That is correct. 2 points.
I don't know why I'm going to write stuff down. Okay.
Sometimes that's how it goes. Who play the two leads in Carol?
Kate Blanchett and Rooney Mara.
Dang, 2 more.
Or Mara.
Yeah, well, whatever. We'll ask her later.
Rooney Mara.
All right. Who play the two leads in the Before trilogy?
Oh, I'm blanking on her name. So Ethan Hawke
5.
and Julie Delpy.
That is correct. I was hoping that was going to be a tough one. All right, your 4th question. Who play the two leads in Bringing Up Baby?
Oh my gosh, why am I blanking on her name? So it's Henry Fonda and Katharine Hepburn.
That is incorrect.
Oh, shit.
Matt with the steal opportunity.
I know it now as soon as I said it.
5, 4, no guess. 3, 2, 1. All right, Zach, tell us what you should have said. Cary Grant and
Cary-
Katharine Hepburn.
I was still stuck trying to think of Katharine Hepburn's name that I just threw out.
Yep.
Okay.
All right, your final question was currently up 15-6. We're looking for the romantic duo, so keep that in mind. Who play the two romantic leads in The Princess Bride?
This is when my brain just starts to fart. This is like the Iron Man all over again. Carrie Elwes.
5, 4, 3,
Can I
2.
repeat?
Okay. Who play the two romantic leads in The Princess Bride? 5, 4, 3,
I'm so upset that I'm going to
2,
have to go multiple choice.
1.
'cause
All
I'm
right,
just blanking.
multiple choice.
I'll say it as soon as I hear it.
Is it A, Robin Wright and Cary Elwes? B,
There.
what'd you say?
Hey,
A? That is correct. 1 point.
just blanking.
I literally made that A because I'm like, if anybody forgets that, they'll know as soon as they hear it. So let's just get that out of the way and make that A.
Usually Carrie Elwes would be the name people forget, not Robin Wright.
Yeah. I thought it would be fun. I did the options: Holly Hunter and Jeff Goldblum, because why not? Johnny Depp and Sharon Stone, and John Stamos and Michelle Pfeiffer. So I was like, none of those are good. Let's just make A right out the bat. So with that being said, Zach, you were up 16-6. Matt, you're now up at the wheel. So let's go. Reflection, reflection, what do you see? Please give a category that I like to me. Romantic duos is off the table, so respin. And I don't even have to edit that out, because it's just part of the game. Don't even have to edit it out.
Move the wheel. Change your power.
What's gonna happen? What's gonna happen?
Romantic duos.
Action blockbusters, it's still on there. There it is. That's non-comic book movies, to be specific. Anybody watching? Horror. And your final spin?
That's a great pronunciation, by the way.
Horror.
Horror.
Westerns. That's interesting. Action blockbusters, horror, and westerns.
I'm trying to think of which one Zach might have the most difficulty stealing stuff from me. Let's do the action blockbusters.
I had a feeling that's where you were going to go. All right, quick shout out to Mike Hanley. He helped write these with me.
The greatest feeling you can get in a gym, or the most satisfying feeling you can
Under
get in a
action
gym
blockbusters,
is
your
the
first
pump.
question is going to be, once I find it, why does Indy hide himself inside of a fridge in Kingdom of the Crystal Skull?
Because there's about to be a nuke going off at the test site.
Yeah, atomic bomb, nuke, all the same thing. 2 points. Second question. In which Bourne movie do we see character actors such as Scott Glenn, Patty Constantine, and Joan Allen?
Bourne Ultimatum.
That is correct. 2 points. There's a chance that Matt could tie this up at the end of round 2, so that would be interesting. What is the name of the cube that grants unlimited power in Transformers? Five.
I'll know when I hear
Four.
multiple choice.
Is it A, the Allspark, B, the Bay, C, the Rock, or D, the Mother Box?
A.
That is correct. Did you like those? I was like, only Bay would do either his name or one of his movies as something like that, so I thought that'd be fun. Next question. What is the highest worldwide grossed movie in the Pirates franchise? Blockbusters, figure throw out a...
I'm going to say Pirates of the Caribbean at World's End.
That is incorrect. Zach.
I'm gonna say On Stranger's Tide. On Stranger's Tides.
Dead Man's Chest.
Yeah, I figure it's probably the second one. They probably lost people after that one.
Yep. And your final question, currently down 16-11. How much time is estimated until Zion is discovered in The Matrix Reloaded?
Multiple choice.
Is it A, 1 day, B, 12 hours, C, 72 hours, or D, 1 week?
Say 12 hours.
It's incorrect again. Zach.
I'm gonna say 1 day. I've never seen it.
Is also incorrect. 72 hours. All right, so with that said, Zach has a pretty solid lead going into round 3, and as we remember, the new round 3, similar to the Schmoedown, they're going to pick some numbers, and then it's going to correspond to a question. Point values don't matter because they get to decide that on themselves. So, with that being said, Zach, please choose 3 numbers, 1 through 12, in any order, because
3, 4, or 3, 9, and 4.
3, 9, and 4. And Matt, please choose 3 numbers in any order that are not those 3.
1, 6, 9.
He already said 9.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Christian, if you're watching, I feel your pain. And no, there's not multiple choice, Matt Atchity. What is your third number?
5.
5. All right. Matt, I'm going to give you your first category, and you're going to decide what point value you want to make that. So, depending on the point value. What's your question?
How many am I up by? Sorry.
It is 16-11. So he's going to have to answer a couple. You chose number 1 as your very first, and that corresponds to movie release dates. How many would you like to wager, technically? That's the best way to word it. You guys
That's 3 or 5?
1, 3, or 5?
Oh, let's do 1.
1. All right, so he's going to do 1 now. And here's the question. What year saw the release of the spoof comedy Airplane?
Mm, 1984.
It is 80 on the dot. 1980 on the dot. All right. Your next number you chose was 6, and you'll decide if you want to make this your 3 or 5. Historical movies. And at this point, you are going to need to at least hit your 5. Well, at any point, you'd always had to hit your 5, but historical movies, you want to make that your 3 or your 5?
Let's do the 3.
All right. So, not very curious here. Just going to go right in order. All right, your question. This is a 2-part, so it's 2 answers. Ed Wood is directed by and stars who?
Damn it. Tim Burton and Johnny Depp.
And that's why this is fun. 3 points. So instead of guaranteeing the tie, now we are going to enter some muddy waters here. So number 5, and this is to stay alive, avoid a TKO, and put some pressure on Zach. Number 5. Category 70s. Serpico is a police officer in what city in the movie Serpico?
New York City?
That is correct for 5 points, and he didn't even hesitate. All right, Zach. Pressure's back on you now. Matt's alive. You need to at least hit your 3 or 5 to avoid a loss. First category, you chose number 3. That is Jeff Goldblum. 1, 3, or 5.
I'll do 3.
All right, he's gonna make that as 3. Your next category is horror. Would you like to make that your 1 or your 5?
My 1.
All right, we're gonna ask that right now. Under horror, for 1 point. In what movie of the franchise do we first see Jason in a hockey mask?
I don't even know the name of them.
Just to be clear.
Friday 13th 2.
Ooh, we're looking for part 3. Part 3.
Okay.
All right, so now we're gonna go back to your 3 in Goldblum. Where is Jeff Goldblum's character a graduate from in Independence Day? This is for the tie.
I'm gonna go because I have no idea.
Just to be clear, we're college, by the way.
College.
Yeah, just to be clear.
I'm gonna go with Harvard.
MIT. MIT. So luckily for all of us, because there are no sudden death questions prepared, that is not an option, because now it is down to your 5-pointer. For the win, you chose category number 4. And that is directors.
I can blank easily. Let's not get too confident. Yeah.
Who directed... All right, ready? Who directed the 1999 crime film Go?
That's Doug Liman.
We have a winner to avoid an elimination in this semi-little tournament thing we're doing, and that is my buddy. They're both my buddies. We don't know. Zack Ford! Zack Ford! It was Zack Ford! Doug Liman was, in fact, correct. And for some people, if this was Schmoedown rules, that might actually be a 5-pointer if they don't pay attention, because that's not as popular of a film nowadays. So I actually watched it. It was interesting. But with that being said, Zach, you were not screwed over by round 3 this time in your words, or at least not yet. We don't know your words yet. But what did you think of the new format of round 3? Do you think this is more suitable to your needs, or do you think the first one was okay and you just got the wrong movie?
I like it a lot better. The old round 3 I think was too focused on one movie, and that's, if you don't know anything about it, you're out 9 points, and it's just too much. So this, at least, different questions, different movies, so you have a chance of, getting something that you're actually knowledgeable about. Because if I was stuck with Independence Day, I was screwed.
Yeah, true. Did you like the ordering and doing it that way?
Yeah, I think that's fun, because I know I was a supporter of trying to get some kind of betting thing back on, even though I know people were not too happy about this, and I think this is a nice, friendly way to get some form of betting.
Yeah, it's technically betting, but it's more in the sense of, kind of your own way. So yeah, I think
there's more rules constraining the.
And it's not all or nothing, whereas betting the same question for the old ways is that way. With that being said, Matt, you unfortunately lost, but this one might not hurt as much because it is to a nice guy in Zach, who actually watches multiple movies, unlike Ryan. So what is your thoughts on the new format? Do you think you lost because of that, or do you think it's just one of those where it's just the questions? Do you wish you would have did different orders? What do you think?
I don't know. Like I said, I would have got the airplane question wrong either way, so I'm glad it was only the 1 point. So, I like the round 3. It was cool that it came down to the last question. Kind of had the
I will say, that's going to put some salt on the wound, but if you would have done historical movies for the 5-pointer, we would be going to sudden death. You only lost by 2, and that was a big difference there. So.
Well, I was picturing further back historical films. I wasn't thinking like Ed Wood and stuff. But hey, it's the fun. That's why we do all this stuff. So I don't mind losing to Zach. He's a great guy and a great competitor. So I knew as soon as I heard directors, I knew it was over. So.
Yeah, that's another thing. Just sometimes how it goes. Luck of the draw. And you made that as 5. That was fun. So with that said, let us know down below if you like their orders. You think that just from a viewer's perspective, if you would have done a different order for these guys, let us know how the questions were and if this new round format is fun. And as always, I'm Henry Confidential Cinema. Give us a subscribe. We're low. We need the help. We need some love. You know, these couple views a match is, you know, it hurts because these guys are well deserved of attention, and that would be nice to get them some credit. Not Zack though, because if his kids ever found out he does this, he would have to leave. So other than that, yeah.
Watch it, but keep it under like 300 views.
Exactly. So as always, I'm Henry Confidential Cinema Trivia, and please give us some more views in the future because we're gonna have fun just like this as always. Bye.